It's Mamelodi Sundowns versus Ahly in the CAF Champions League semi-final. But there's actually a big chance that two of key players of Ahly, I'm not talking about just key players, first team players and starting 11 players could not play against Mamelodi Sundowns. They are fit, they are not suspended, but it's possible they will not play the match. Let me tell you more about this. I don't know what I'm doing. All right, so welcome back. Thanks as always for always keeping tuned to the videos. So let me go straight into this issue. You know, every country have their immigration policies. So myself, let's make it an example. I'm from, let's say, Liberia. I'm from Liberia. I want to go to the USA. I can apply for a US visa in Liberia. I can also apply for a US visa maybe in Cote d'Ivoire. I can go to Nigeria and apply for a US visa there. I could even go to maybe Egypt and apply for a US visa there because the immigration laws of the USA allows me to apply for a visa from any US embassy in any other country. But if say me, who is also from Liberia, as I said earlier, it's just an example. Say me, I'm from Liberia and I want to apply for a visa to Ireland. I cannot go to Nigeria and apply for a visa to Ireland if I'm from, that is Liberia. I cannot go to Cote d'Ivoire and do same. I cannot go to Egypt and do same. I'll have to apply for my visa in Liberia, in my home country. And the only reason why I could apply in, that is Nigeria or in Egypt or in any other country is if, and this is very important, if I have a work permit to sort of stay in the country or a permanent resident to stay there. So without those documents, I'll have to apply for a visa in my home country. And take note of this because this is very crucial to everything I'm coming to say in this video. So in the Ahly team, they have quite a number of foreign players in the team. We have someone like Ahly Malou, who is from Tunisia in the team. There's also a player like Ashraf Dari, he's from Morocco. There's also a player like Reda Slim, who is also a foreign player from Morocco in the Ahly team. And they have a lot more foreign players in the team. However, in January 2025, Ahly signed this player, Nej Gredisa, and he came from Slovenia. So from Slovenia to Egypt in January 2025. Same time, they also signed this man, that is Ashram Benshaki, he came from I think the UAE or Qatar, one of those countries to Ahly, but he's from Morocco. And that's where he originates from Morocco, but then he came from the UAE, I think either UAE or Qatar to Ahly, and he's from Morocco. So one player from Slovenia and another player from Morocco joined the team in January. And now here is where the problem kicks in. So a player like Ahly Malou, who is from Tunisia. Tunisia has a free visa arrangement with South Africa. So you can enter South Africa visa free. It doesn't need a visa to enter South Africa on temporal basis. That's Ahly Malou from Tunisia. But for someone like Reda Slim, who is from Morocco, someone like that is Ashraf Dari, these people are from Morocco and they need a visa to enter the country of South Africa. And that is clearly noted. For someone like Gredisa also, who is from Slovenia, he also needs a visa to enter South Africa as an ordinary citizen. He needs a visa to enter South Africa. And here is where the problem starts. So remember how I told you initially that for a country like USA, you can apply for a visa from any other country at all. You just need to locate a US embassy in that country and then apply your visa there. But for Ireland, you have to do it in your home country, or you have residential documents to note that you are permitted to stay in that country for a long period. So like a work permit or a permanent residence before you can apply for a visa from that country. So apparently, South Africa have similar policies to that of Ireland. So before you can apply for a visa to South Africa, you either have to be in your home country or you apply from, that is, a foreign country where you have the documents to officially stay in for a long period of time. But apparently for these two players, that is Gredisa and also Benshaki, they've not gotten their documents yet. So their documents had not been sorted yet. So they don't have the official work permit or residence to stay in Egypt, which means that before they can apply for a visa to South Africa to play that game against Sundowns, they will have to go back home. So Gredisa will have to go back to Slovenia to go and apply the visa there. And then Benshaki will have to go back to Morocco to go and apply the visa there. Now, when clubs are applying for visa for a competition like this, everything is done together. So it's sort of expedited. It doesn't go through the normal process. So it's expedited so they can, get all their documents intact and then travel early for the game and then come back. But then if they go in isolated cases, there's even a possibility that the application process will be longer. By the time they get a visa, maybe the game might be over. So this is also another sort of complication in the process. So from when Gradisa arrived in Egypt in January, he's not been able to sort out all his documents. Same thing for Ashraf Ben Shaki. Since he arrived in Egypt in January, he's also not been able to sort out all the documents. And just last week, when Zamalek played against Stellenbosch, there was a similar incident. This guy is Mahmoud Bentaij, and he didn't have his documents sorted enough. He's from Morocco, playing for Zamalek in Egypt, and he didn't have his documents sorted early enough. So he was unable to make the trip when Zamalek went, that is, away to play against Stellenbosch in South Africa. He wasn't able to make that trip. But for Ahly, well, they have some players from Morocco in the team, someone like Atia Tala, Dari, and Reda Slim. All these players, remember that earlier on this season, Ahly played against Orlando Pirates. The game was held in South Africa, and these players traveled. So they had their documents sorted and they were able to travel. But the reports coming from Egypt is that these two players I mentioned, Gradisa and Ben Shaki, don't have their documents settled yet. So Ahly, though reports say that Ahly is well aware of this process, and then they are trying to sort of iron everything, make sure they settle this whole issue before the weekend for the game. But if they are unable to settle everything, even though it's most likely they might be able to solve everything for these two players to travel, if they are unable to settle everything and get all the documents for these players intact, their working documents, their working permit intact, then it's highly possible that these two players, Ashraf Ben Shaki and Nej Gradisa from Slovenia, these two players, and Gradisa, however, came for about $1 million. So he's a quality addition, same as Ben Shaki. These two are 13-11 quality players. These two players will most likely not play the game for Ahly against, that is, Mamelodi Sundowns.